Don't even have sex with someone you don't know how healthy they are, aside from infection or disease or anything. There are a lot of men that have unhealthy sperm. Okay, it happens. I've heard cases like that. And when they have sex with you and they release inside of you, it messes up your pH balance.
Can you help me to pick up my custody? Cause I wanna be worthy, but ain't feeling it lately. And I let it out.
This video, first of all, is for my girlies, it's for the ladies. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you guys 7 feminine hygiene tips that you need to know and stick to in 2025. Number 1 is your vagina. Listen, as a woman here, body odor mostly starts from the vagina. First of all, I need you guys to understand, you ladies, to understand that your vagina is not supposed to be smelling like strawberry or rose petals or ice cream, like a lot of feminine hygiene washes promote. Your vagina is not supposed to smell like anything. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't have a good odor, like a good smell. It should not also have a bad smell. It should just be there. That is how you know that you have a healthy vagina. Also, you have to be very mindful of the scented washes that you use down there, because I feel like most of them have fragrances, and most times these fragrances tend to like disrupt your pH balance, and they tend to irritate your vagina and maybe even give you infection. An irritated vagina is prone to get infection. So the best thing to do to avoid any story that touches the heart is to just wash your vagina with water. But if you must use a scented wash, you can use Dove unscented soap. I've not used it before, but I've seen a lot of good recommendations about that on TikTok. Another feminine wash that has really good reviews on TikTok and online is the Summer's Eve. I've not used it either, but a lot of people have also said that they've used it and it didn't irritate them. It is mild, so you can also try that. But I would always advise every lady to just use water. Water is okay. It's very simple. Bend down, squats in the bathroom, spread your legs, and then if like scoop a cup of water, scoop a cup of water, and then like open the lips, wash it like thoroughly, scoop another water. I love to use like cups or bowls to like wash it, right? So, or you can use the shower thing, the hand shower, and then you just make sure that you open the lips and wash it thoroughly. You don't need to douse, you don't need to put your hand inside, just make sure that you wash the lips thoroughly. So the second feminine hygiene tip that I would also love to mention is wash your vagina after you pee. Yes, we are still in the vagina talk. This is very important. If you cannot wash your vagina after you pee, then use wipes. I do not necessarily recommend using tissue because I feel like it doesn't really do the job, right? So most times I do wipes, but when I run out of wipes, I will just wash it. I used to use tissue before until I realized that tissue doesn't really do the job like that, like water would. So yeah, instead of wiping with tissue, wipe with wipes, baby wipes most especially. There are a lot of feminine wipes out there, but baby wipes for me because it is more mild and there is no fragrance or anything. So baby wipes for me. Or wash, please. In fact, wash. When you pee, you wash, especially if you're in a man's house. You can imagine when you're in a man's house and you guys want to do like the bedroom job, and then you want to pee. Normally pee has an awkward smell, so you can imagine when you go to pee and then you just wipe off and then you come back to continue the job and you open your leg and it's smelling like pee down there.
Oh my god!
So wash after you pee. Very necessary. The third feminine hygiene that I would love to mention is your diet. Eat healthy. I try to incorporate vegetables in my meals most times. I am heavy on fruit juices and I am heavy on teas. I'm going to make another video on natural teas to make and drink for your vagina health, like cloves tea, ginger tea, cinnamon tea. These things, they are not just good for your vagina, they are also good for your overall well-being, for your skin. So healthy eating matters a lot in your feminine hygiene. If you want to have a healthy body, if you want to have a healthy vagina, just be healthy generally. Try and eat healthy. If you cannot eat healthy, these teas that I am about to tell you guys in another video, maybe, so I don't take so much time in this video, it is very, very good for your vagina. The fourth tip that I am going to mention is shower. Hey, a lot of people see having their bath as a skill. I don't know why, as a girl, with how open our body is and how sensitive our body is, a full day would go by and you would not shower. As a matter of fact, you are supposed to shower at least twice a day, especially if you're in a place like Nigeria where the heat is too much. All those things, like you can imagine the heat accumulating in your armpit and then in your vagina, and suddenly it starts to smell, and then you wonder why you suddenly developed body odor. It is because you don't shower. I personally, if you know me, I have my bath from when, as long as I can remember, I think from my secondary school, I have been bathing twice a day, and that has helped me keep my body clean. There is nobody that has slept with me, like on the same bed, or been with me, or sat with me, or just be close to me, that wouldn't tell me, you smell so good. And it is not even just about the body spray or the deodorant. Like, I have this natural nice smell, and it's a flex for me, because I mean, I've seen a lot of girls that don't even smell so good, right? So as a girl, you have to pay attention to your body. You have to pay attention to how many times you shower in a day. Bathing shouldn't be a skill. It's a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. You're supposed to bathe morning and night. So people will even go to the gym, come back and lie down. Hey, Jesus. So people will go to the gym, they would come back and lie down, and maybe AC will now blow them, dry up the sweat, and they're now maybe so tired to go shower. All those things, it causes body odor. Like, how do you think someone just wakes up and just develops body odor? It's a lie. It is years or months of not taking care of yourself. That is why you will see, I've seen a lot of pretty girls that once they come close to me or once they pass, they have this awkward smell. Why? It's not, oh my god, it's not nice. One habit that I have tried to build for a couple of years now is to have the same routine morning and night. Which is, I wake up in the morning, pray, brush my teeth, shower. I do the same thing morning and night. And I cannot start my day if I don't do these things. And I cannot end my day if I don't do these things. I once dated a guy who always told me that I'm very selfish when it comes to my body. Of course, if I'm not selfish with my body, is it your body that I want to not be selfish with? I'm very selfish with my body, just, and like I pay so much attention to my body. One day he was telling his friend that this whole house might be burning, and the only thing that I would think of is to go and shower. Is to go and shower and do my skincare routine, and just, it was so funny, but it was like a compliment to me. It shows that he notices all these things. And one thing about men is that they love clean women. They love a girl that is neat. And if a man sees or notices that you are a clean girl, you have ticked one good in his book, in his criteria of what he wants in a woman. You have ticked a solid good, because he knows that if he ends up marrying you, his children will be well taken care of. The next tip that I would love to mention is use deodorant. I have a list of deodorants that I think are really good, like this one. I use this one, Nivea Pure Beauty. I use it whenever I'm heading out, because I feel like it lasts longer since it's like the spray one. So I use this ones whenever I'm inside the house. These things are just less than, I think, 7,000 naira or 8,000 naira. It's not that much. So before you buy that 200k perfume, 600k perfume, make sure that you bring out 7,000 naira to buy your deodorant. Okay, this would really help you to curb any smell that might come out of your armpit and just whatever. Deodorants are very, very necessary if you want to up your feminine hygiene game. The next tip that I would love to mention is let your vagina breathe. I don't see the reason why you would want to go to bed and wear your two-piece nighties and then still wear pants. Like, it's not necessary. Me personally, I don't go to bed with panties. Okay, I don't go to bed with panties because I need to air. Like, that place needs to breathe. Okay, that place needs to breathe. It needs some air. So it means the way you wear your panties to bed. You can wear your pants like a loose cotton pants when you wear like your nightwear, like the gown nightwear, and you don't want to go to bed without wearing anything on the bottom. The final tip that I would love to mention, I know a lot of us make this mistake, is stop having unprotected sex with someone you don't trust. Whether it is your new talking stage, you guys have not like done the necessary things that is needed to do before having sex, like going for tests and all of that. Don't even have sex with someone you don't know how healthy they are, aside from infection or disease or anything. There are a lot of men that have unhealthy sperm. Okay, it happens. I've heard cases like that. And when they have sex with you and they release inside of you, it messes up your pH balance. I once had a girl, I used to know a girl that once told me that there was this guy she started talking to, and then he asked her out and she said yes. After she said yes, the first time they had sex unprotected, and I don't know what happened, and the guy came inside of her. She said that a few days after that thing happened, she started having reactions on her face because of the guy's sperm. So don't have unprotected sex with a guy that you don't know how healthy he is. Some guys don't take care of themselves, and when they release inside of you, trust me, it is going to mess your pH balance off. He might not give you infection, but he might disrupt your pH balance. You can ask your doctor. Trust me, I'm telling the truth. If you can, try and be so cautious, okay, with the man you have unprotected sex with. Another thing that I also do when I'm done with my period, I insert. Like after the last day, I insert and I take clove and ginger tea. This helps me to just wash off like really hot cloves and ginger tea. It helps me to, like, just in case I have any form of accumulated, one small accumulated blood somewhere, it just washes it off. It helps me to wash it off and, you know, keep it clean. Another bonus tip that I'd also want to mention is when you use public toilets, please insert when you come back. Insert. I have an insert I would have shown you guys, but I'm going to just put it on the screen. I feel like klovinal is every girl's best friend. I have the klovinal insert. I insert whenever I use a public toilet, or if I use a public toilet, I put enough tissue inside. I make sure that I put enough tissue inside that public toilet. Please note that all these things that I mentioned are things that I have done or things that I am still doing, and they are working for me, and I feel like should work for every other girl out there. So if you love this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also share some feminine hygiene tips that I did not mention in this video in the comment section, so that I can learn too, and every other person in the comment section can learn too. Thank you so much for staying to the final end of this video. See you guys in my next video.